And know that as you are singing, all of these steps leading up to it have prepared your voice and awakened your creativity and brought all of these elements into alignment so that when you sing through the music, your whole being is in it. Today, I'm walking you through a practice session, step by step, start to finish, so that you can create a singing practice that not only supports your vocal and artistic development, but also feels really inspiring. I want you to love your singing practice. So join me inside to walk through a simple series of steps that lead to a creative, productive, inspiring singing practice. Welcome to Reawaken Your Voice. Are you tired of pushing aside your desire to sing, only for it to resurface again and again? Hey, I'm Lainey, voice and creativity coach, singer and songwriter. If you're ready to rediscover the freedom of creative expression, free from judgment, doubt, comparison, and fear, then grab that notebook full of ideas. It's time to give voice to the songs in your heart. Let's sing. Hey friend, before we get started today, I just want to invite you to share your feedback with me, whether that is in the form of a review on Apple Podcasts or as an email. Send your questions my way or topic requests. I would love to hear from you. So shoot me an email at hello@reawakenyourvoice.com. So we've talked about finding time to sing and combating the resistance that stands in the way of actually following through with that act of singing in previous episodes. But what do you do once you've made it through those barriers and you're standing there ready to open your mouth and sing? Well, today I'm going to share with you the process that I've refined over decades of studying and practicing and performing and teaching and coaching other singers. And, these are the pieces of the puzzle, the key components that you need to design a voice practice you love. So in order for it to feel like your own and feel like home, like a place you love to go, something that calls you in and feels really cozy when you get there and you just want to curl up in it. That requires your own creativity, your own voice and style and artistry. So as I'm taking you through these steps, think of how you can make them your own and how you like to play with your voice. But this gives you a great place to start, and it provides you with a framework to begin with. So as we begin, as you approach your singing practice, I want you to think of it as if you are coming to the water. You're stepping up to the water's edge of a beautiful stream or a flowing waterfall, something with movement. And it's like you're entering this creative flow state. And as you come to the water, as you approach the water's edge, you are taking your vessel, and you can imagine your own water vessel, and you're filling it up. You're dipping it into this flowing water source and scooping it up You're dipping your toes in the water, seeing what that feels like. This is a really beautiful moment of approaching that creative flow and making yourself available to the creative flow that's always there. So when you're going to practice singing, think of it like you're accepting this invitation that's always there. It's this open invitation to play, to create, to be in nature and soak it all in. The sunlight, the fresh air, the flowing water, the sounds, the smells. Really awaken your senses as you come to the water. So that starts out with this imagery of just peace and calm and excitement, joy, adventure, whatever it feels like to you. But you are stepping into this really beautiful sacred space. Now, while vocal technique is surely part of this, it's not the one and only focus. So what's most important, I think, is to stay connected to your creativity, to that flow, that sense of play, and, keep that connection with your inner ear, the deep listening throughout as we move from one step to the next. Listen to your body. Pay attention to how your voice is feeling and follow your intuition. Go with what feels right, and that will change from day to day, but that is the most important thing in correlation with keeping that creativity flowing. You want to be listening to your body and your voice and feeling it out and adjusting as you go based on what your voice is calling for in the moment. Let's get into the steps. So I talked about coming to the water and accepting this open invitation that creativity has for you to just dip your toe in and immerse yourself in this creative flow that's always available to you. But in this step one, we're taking this a little bit deeper. Step one is presence. Take a moment to get present, to be in this moment. Your voice is presence. Like it's an expression of your presence. And singing is a whole being experience, not just a whole bodied experience. It's all of your being. All of you needs to be present for your heart to really shine through your voice. So take a moment of silence, a moment of prayer, maybe several breaths. As you establish that presence, gather all of your energy into this moment. Then comes step two. Step two, stretch. So this is moving your physical body as well as moving your breath, moving the breath throughout the body. So we're doing this to awaken the energy within us. And, you have an athletic warm-up that's coming, right? Vocalizing, warming up your voice, it's an athletic act. So treat it as such, in that you're stretching your physical body, you're awakening the breath within you, and really what I love is anything that you would use to open up a yoga practice to begin that process is so good in this setting, actually. So, doing really deep breathing, opening up the rib cage, things that are going to stretch out the spine. You can do like the 7 stretches of the spine if you're familiar with that. But anything like just sweeping your arms up above your head with a deep breath and exhaling as you stretch from side to side. So stretch intuitively. You can even stretch your jaw, do some massaging around your jaw, your face. Pay attention to your alignment. Get in a really nice posture for singing. And as you do this, you're really getting an awareness of the breath. You're centering and grounding. So step 1 and 2 can kind of play together as you are becoming present in the moment. You're breathing, you're stretching your physical body, awakening the energy within you as you prepare your body to really do an athletic warm-up and do some singing. Step 3, vocal play. I hear my baby doing a little bit of that right now. He's playing with his voice. I love that. So step 3, vocal play, is exactly what it sounds like. You are making sounds intuitively. You are allowing whatever wants to come through to just come out. You're releasing any parts of you that feel stuck. So as you open yourself up to vocal play, you are kind of releasing all of the noise in your mind. Release it, clear it out, release what's stuck. You're breaking through those blocks, breaking through those mind barriers, the noise that tells you that you have to sound a certain way or do it a certain way or, stay within these parameters and be proper about it. No, you're just playing. You can do lip trills, trust yourself. Just let silly sounds come through, make noises, like that. He's demonstrating these so beautifully. Yes, this is child's play. Think of the playfulness of a child, the carefree sound making. Let yourself be free. Use your voice with the freedom that a child uses their voice. Basically, what we're doing in this step of vocal play is introducing and inviting the spirit of playfulness, creativity, play. So open it up, let go, shake it out. You can be doing a little shake as you do it. As I said with step 1 and 2, now that we're in step 3 with the vocal play, you can still be incorporating these previous steps. You're kind of weaving these into each other as you go through each step. And that will become more apparent as I go through each step. And they kind of layer on each other. So as you're playing, move your body. I invite you to play, to just explore and allow whatever comes through to come through. So step 4 is gentle vocalizing. What do I mean by this? Gentle vocalizing, I mean humming, vocal toning in a comfortable range. So you can start with a hum. That's that closed vibration. And then as you intuitively feel ready to open up, you can begin opening to vowel sounds. E, ya, o, and free flow on those. Now what we're doing here is we are awakening resonance and vibration. We're warming up the vocal folds. So we can do this through humming, like I said, opening up to vowels. Ah! Ah! Yeah, so starting hum, yao, hum, yao, ae, playing with that. That's an opportunity to do some improvisation just on the vowels, gradually changing between A, E, A, O, U, maybe lingering on one for a while and then switching to another, or, going through the full spectrum, kind of like I just did. So, step 4, gentle vocalizing. Allow some improvisation to be woven in here. This is the creativity at play. Keep it alive as you go through. When you get into that analytical mind, which, yes, is sometimes called for when we're working on those technical parts of singing, when we're really deep in the technique, trying to develop and improve a certain aspect in our voice, yes, we do need to turn on that analytical mind. But here we are gently vocalizing, warming up our vocal folds, just awakening that resonance within us. So keep it really free here. And even in those analytical moments, I challenge you to keep that creativity turned on, because that's going to help you problem solve and, think of things a different way. Use visualizations to create physical change and, technical development. But I digress. Let's move on to step 5. Vocal exercises for agility and range. So here we are awakening the voice and stretching to the high and low parts of the range. Up until now, we've really stayed within a really comfortable mid-range in terms of pitch. But here we start to kind of stretch those boundaries, go a little bit higher, a little bit lower, a little bit at a time. And we also are working on agility. So that means like the movement of the voice. So you can run through notes at a faster tempo. You can work on articulation, doing staccato articulation, that short, detached sound, adding in consonants. So in the previous step, we were really opening up vowel sounds. Well, now we're adding in consonants and making it a little bit more rhythmic. So we proceed to this stage when we are ready for more. Like we're feeling that resonance awakening. Now we can start to move the voice, to move quickly through different notes, different scales, arpeggios. We're getting more into rhythmic movement in the voice. And in step 6, we're doing vocal exercises, but more for power and dynamics. So step 6, we are fully engaging the power of your voice, and it's kind of bringing in all of these elements we've worked on before. We needed to prime the instrument first before really going full voice and working on loud and soft, building strength and endurance in the voice. We needed to warm it up first and get it ready for that. To really do this in a healthy way, it needs to be primed and prepared and warmed up. So by this stage, you're there, you're ready for it. You have been kind of touching on the highs and lows of your range, and now you're really engaging the fullness of your voice to work on different dynamic levels, how loud or soft you're singing. And yes, even singing softly takes strength and endurance. So that is just as much working on the power of your voice and the ability to control it as is, working on the full power, loud, forte, fortissimo dynamic levels in your voice. Step 7, sing your heart open. This is creative flow. Here we are. You are applying everything you've worked on in previous steps to the songs you're working on. Putting all the pieces together. Everything leading up to this has prepared you for success. We have prepared your mind, your body, and your spirit to come through your voice in the most moving, powerful, liberated form. And as you're singing through your songs, you are working on each of these steps, on the presence, the alignment of your body, your breath, the resonance coming through, the agility and power and phrasing and the heart. Every previous step is present here as you sing through your song. You're applying all of those things. Each element is applied in this phase, in this step. You're engaging all of these now. So some moments as you sing through your songs, some moments will call for that technical work, as I was talking about earlier. And others will require a deeper dropping into that emotional space. And other times you are just in it, you're singing through, you're in the flow, and sometimes you're allowing new music to show up. Like, this is your time to just flow with it and play and enjoy. And know that as you are singing, all of these steps leading up to it have prepared your voice and awakened your creativity and brought all of these elements into alignment so that when you sing through the music, your whole being is in it. Each step layers on itself, and then they all weave together in this beautiful flowing stream of music. So we cannot forget step 8. This is, you think, okay, I'm in the music, I'm singing through, that's it. Woo! Well, don't forget step 8, warm down. I did say this was an athletic workout, right? So we've been to the extremes of our voice and been working it in different ways. Now we need to warm down, bring it back to a speaking level tone, and maintain the resonance and placement that you have aligned within this practice session. But we're bringing it back to a place where it's in a comfortable speaking tone, speaking level. So you're not shocking the voice back to, just talking normally and forgetting all about this beautiful work you've done on your instrument. So as you do that, you can kind of hum down or up in spirals. Or just kind of finding that normal speaking tone, speaking pitch, and maintaining the resonance and placement that you established throughout your practice session. So let's walk through those steps one more time. Step 1, presence. And remember, you are coming to the water's edge. You are dipping your toe in, scooping up some of that water in your vessel. Imagine this beautiful entryway into creative flow. Step 2, stretch. Step 3, vocal play. Step 4, gentle vocalizing. Step 5, we're getting into it with some vocal exercises for agility and range, adding in some consonants, more rhythmic stuff. Step 6, vocal exercises for power and dynamics. So really fully engaging the power of your voice. Step 7, Sing your heart open. Enjoy that creative flow state and just be in it. Be present in it and layer in all these other steps in this phase so that you can really sing with your whole being. And step 8, of course, warm down. Bring your voice back to a comfortable place with the resonance and placement that you establish while singing so that you can just speak in a really comfortable way. All right. So make these your own. Find what works for you and, leave what doesn't. Just let it fall to the side. But this is really all about weaving in your creativity, your idea of play, and allowing your intuition to guide you through each step. Listen to your body. Be aware of your voice, how it's feeling from step to step and, within different exercises, and let that guide you from one place to another. Because at a certain point, you are weaving all of these in simultaneously. So it's a dance. So make this your own and have fun. And don't forget to play. Thanks for listening, friend. If this episode moved you or inspired you in some way, would you please leave a review on Apple Podcasts? Or share this episode with someone who's been praying for a vocal breakthrough. Until next time, keep nurturing that song in your heart. Lots of love.